Okay. So see, the British have given the 5 reasons why they captured the Naga Hills. So what was the first reason? First is period of exploration. Number 2, period of expedition. Period of non-interference, and the last will be the period of control. So just remember the date, 1832 till 1838, 1839 till 1850, 1851 till 1865, and the last is 1866 till 1947. Alright. So this is the 4 period where the British tried to capture Naga Hills. First is period of exploration from 1832 till 1838. In this time, the first time, they never tried to capture. They just came in search of a road, just as a tourist. Okay, you come to Hornbill Festival, or just like you see the Mumbai city, you want to visit the Taj Mahal. So this is all about no fight. Just an exploration. Next is period of expedition. Here, they are going to fight. Maximum, they are going to fight here. Okay, they are trying to capture Naga Hills. That is why now we are going to study Mr. Grange camp in 39. And period of non-interference means this time they feel like no, we are unable to capture this area, so let's keep them free. Okay, freely you enjoy. Why should we capture these areas? A dense forest, for what reason? But in the end of the day, when I say 1866 till 1947, here they opened a headquarters known as Samaguting in present day Chumugitima. 1866 is the year where they have established a small headquarters known as Chumugitima. Because of a reason, I'm going to explain that. All that I'm going to explain that. But for that reason, initially, after that, they will establish a headquarters in Kohima. Slowly, they will come. So this is the whole reason we're going to discuss today. Our topic is only this one. So before going here, let's see what was the reason why have the British tried to capture Naga Hills. Yes, last match. Why the British tried to capture Naga Hills suddenly, 18th century? What comes to their mind? For what reason? Yes, here it is one reason. Yes. Yes. For business. Absolutely, that is true. The British tried to capture Naga Hills because of business purpose. Number 1 is the British tried to capture the Naga Hills. First was for business purpose. Second was in search of a road from Manipur to Assam. They want to have a direct road from Manipur to Assam. That was the two reasons put forth. Third reason is the British have discovered tea, coal, and petroleum. See, when you discover petroleum, when you discover the coal and tea, you become economically conscious now. I think this is the place where even we will find even diamond and gold. So we will capture this area. Fourth reason, the British wants to capture the whole of the Himalayas region from Taipei till Burma, till present day Burma. That is Myanmar. So Naga Hills lays on the southern side. In the southern side lays the Naga Hills. For that reason, the fourth reason put forth by scholar was from Taipei to Burma, they want to have a direct control. That was the fourth reason put forth. Because Naga Hills is also a part of the Himalayas. That's the reason in short, they want to get rid of the entire Himalayan regions. The last reason was the king of Manipur. When the king of Manipur feels like the Manipur king was also wants to capture Naga Hills, the British came to know that reason. That's the reason. Immediate cause was, the most immediate cause was that reason. When the king of Manipur feels like I'm going to capture Naga Hills, no, it is the British who decided that finally we will capture Naga Hills from Calcutta. Headquarters is, the official headquarters of the British was the city of Calcutta, not the Kolkata now. It is Calcutta. So first is over, period of exploration is over. Now second topic is going to be the period of expedition. Okay, Mr. Cranch came. Mr. Cranch, see, which village he tried to capture? Here comes Mr. Cranch. 1839. Now, period of expedition is just to capture, just to fight. I'm going to capture someone. I'm going to fight with you. So I'm coming now. So Mr. Cranch, a British officer, along with some of his soldiers, came to Naga Hills, especially to punish the village of Khonoma. Khonoma and Mizoma. And at the end of the day, see again, he went back without much success. Without much success, he was unable to capture. Again, in the year 1840, please write down another one more year. In the year 1840, Mr. Cranch marched to Manipur. While marching on to Manipur, he burned down 5 Naga villages and captured 11 Nagas. This is often asked in BSc. 11 Nagas captured alive and 5 villages. Okay. When he was going to Manipur, he captured he captured 11 Nagas alive and burned down 5 villages. 1840. So 2 times he came. One is just to punish the people of Mizoma and Khonoma. Second is when going down to Manipur from Assam, he tries to burn down. He burned down 5 villages. Next is John Butler, Captain John Butler. 1845 comes now. 1845, Mr. John Butler, the army officer. The army officer who came with a friendly attitude. This is the army officer now. Please remember this name. This is the army officer. The Captain John Butler came with a very good attitude. That means he wants to have a good relationship, not to capture. That's the reason a small town was opened in the present day Chumugitima, Samaguting. Please write down. As John Butler came with a friendly attitude. As a reason, the Nagas presented him with spears, cloths, and ivory. As he came with a friendly attitude, the Nagas presented him with ivory, cloths, spears. For that reason, a small road and a town was opened at present day Chumugidima. Please write down. For this reason, in the year 1845, a small town and road was opened at present day Chumugidima. 1845. 1839 comes Mr. Cranch. 1840 comes Mr. Cranch. 1845 John Butler. '1850. Now comes 1850. Lieutenant Benson, Lieutenant Benson, 1850. Now comes now an army officer, a British army officer. Again, 1850 comes. Now they try to capture. This right down. Lieutenant Benson invaded the Naga Hills in the year 1849 and 50. And with his superior weapons, he captured Mizuma. Finally, Mizuma was captured. In the year 1849 and 50, Lieutenant Benson captured the village of Mizuma and destroyed the strongest fort in the northeast at Khonoma. Strongest fort. That means the strongest building. Okay, just like a bunker was destroyed. He captured the village of Mizuma and destroyed the strongest fort in the northeast at Khonoma. So this is too important. Who destroyed the strongest fort in the northeast at Khonoma? It is Lieutenant Benson. 2 times, 2 years, 1849 and 1850. So by this time, they want to capture every areas, but not possible. They are coming, they are destroying, but they are unable to settle down. For that reason, they feel like no, let's keep these people. Whatever they want to do, let them do. Why should we control these areas? Yes. Why should we just like waste our money? Yes or no? Waste our time, money, resources to capture an area is not easy. It's a loss of soldiers, loss of money, everything. So let's make these people live at their own. That is why they have introduced a policy known as period of non-indifference. Please write down the period of non-indifference, the third period. Period of non-interference. Period of non-interference. 1851 till 1865. Lord Dalhousie. Okay. Lord Dalhousie, the Governor General who introduced it all over India, but in Northeast it was introduced in Naga Hills in the year 1851. Period of non-indifference. Now you live free. Okay, no need to live free. Any confusion so far? The third period is known as the period of non-indifference. A period of non-indifference, 1851 till 1865. So this is the period where the British leave the Naga free. No interference, no attack. Okay. But during this time, what happened is that against the Naga challenge the British, the Assamese people, the headhunting is going on. So they feel like no, something has to be done to these people. And they came to know the conclusions that the Manipur king is also trying to capture Naga Hills. So this was the immediate reason which was put forward by the British that we will capture the Naga Hills finally. So a battle is going to be fought. 22nd November. Okay. 22nd November 1879. The final battle of Khonoma. The final battle of Khonoma. GL nation. Okay. $3,000 soldiers. The final battle of Khonoma is going to be fought between the British and the Nagas. See, it's a long war, okay? But remember, the date is important. 22nd November 1879 is known as the final battle day of Khonoma. And in this battle, the British was led by GL Nation. GL Nation. GL Nation is the Brigadier General. Please write down the rank is the Brigadier General. The Brigadier General. The Brigadier General, GL Nation, along with 3,000 soldiers, captured the 500 Naga houses. And finally, we have to bow down before the greatest nation in the world. For them, it is 3,000 soldiers. We have just 500 villages. We try our best, but no, with the automatic weapons they use, and we have just spears and arrows and all. With this, we cannot defend it. So we have to surrender. We have to surrender. So formally, in the year 1880, 1880 was the formal year where we have surrendered. Okay, so now from 1881 till 1947 is known as the regular system of administration in the Naga Hills by the British. In the year 1881 till 1947 is known as the regular systems of administration. But when was the first established the headquarters? 1866. 1866. 1866 at Samaputing. Samaputing. Okay. Please write down. Samaputing is the place where they have established their first headquarters, initially British. Samaputing. After that, they have transferred it to Oka in the year 1876, and in the year 1878, they have come back to Kohima. And in Rodeo, 1947. The headquarters initially was in Samaputing, 1866. 1876 transferred to Oka because John Butler was killed. John Butler was killed by the just like the Lothar people. So they want to take the revenge. For that reason, they have transferred the capital city from Samaputing to Oka in the year 1876. And permanently, they have shifted to Kohima in the year 1878. Until 1947, they have to be in the Naga Hills. So this is the reason good for it. See, these areas are known as the present-day Eastern Nagas. Eastern Nagas were never captured. Remember, it was the British who captured the Northern Nagas, the Western Nagas, the Central Nagas, the Southern Nagas, but not the Eastern Nagas. Eastern Nagas were never ever captured by the British. And Eastern Nagas are also known by another name known as the tribal areas. Tribal areas. You have a free life. Why should we control you? Yes, that's why now the problem is coming. See, the demand of ENBO, Eastern Naga People's Organization. ENBO. The demand is genuine now. Their demand is genuine now. Because by this, even till 1947, there will be headhunting. But in those areas, which is going to be captured by the British, now headhunting is going to be stopped, slavery is going to be stopped, education is going to be introduced, and the Americans are coming up with the missionaries. EW Clark, we know, 1872 now. So now we are civilized. 100 years, we will be more advanced. So now see, this 21st century is the time where even the Eastern Nagas, they're coming up now. Yes, they're coming up now. So remember, they also knows that they will have to get the benefits. That's the reason they're voicing up now, and it is true. It is very much true. So they have to fight now. So remember, in the NBC questions, if any question is just like, who are the free Nagas during the British period, it will be the Eastern Nagas. Eastern Nagas is not there in the option, go for tribal areas. Same. Or doing some further division. Doing another name for the Eastern Naga is doing some further division. TFT, doing some further division. Just like now, FND. Yes, further Naga division they are demanding FND. So this is the reason for it. So remember, it's a very important topic from the NBC point of view. From NBC point of view, it is too important. Alright, so the Battle of Khonoma was fought between the Nagas in the British led by GL Nation. GL Nation, the commander was GL Nation. The General, Brigadier General GL Nation. Colonel Johnston also comes from Manipur. Another army officer, Colonel Johnston. This is too important. Colonel Johnston came from Manipur. That means who assisted GL Nation in the capturing of Naga Hills in the year 1879. The Battle of Khonoma. Here comes one person. Colonel Johnston. And Colonel Johnston is from Manipur, a British Army officer. So he is the person who helped. So please remember this. Okay, please write down. Peace was made between the chief of Khonoma and the British representative at Mizoma in the year 1880. Peace was made between the chief of Khonoma. Peace was made between the chief of Khonoma and the British representative at Mizoma. That means in the year 1880. 1880. From this comes the establishment of the British rule in the Naga Hills. But remember, if they ask any question, no formal signature. Formally, okay, we have surrendered, but no formal signature. Okay, it was just peace was met. It was neither the Nagas which says that we surrender to you. No, it was not like that because see the Eastern Nagas again. It's a free man. So remember, officially no. That's the reason our history is very controversial. See, there is no formal treaty, which we have signed. No formal treaty was signed by the Nagas. That's the reason, even with the homes, even with the British, even with the Indians now. See, we are still living under these conditions. That's the reason we have so many insurgency now. Revolution is going on, still going on. Whether we like it or not, the battle is still going on till 2024. So now, by this time, till 1947, the British is going to roll over Naga Hills. So now they are rolling over the Naga Hills. So tomorrow is going to be the British administration in the Naga Hills. But now we will see what is going to happen. When the British were rolling over the Naga Hills, two wars have happened even in Naga Hills. Two wars happened in this world. The First World War and the Second World War. When was the First World War fought? 1914 till 1918. Second World War, 1939 till 1945. So, if the question asks, does the Nagas participate in the First and the Second World War? The First World War is yes, but no. As a police, I carry the luggage of the soldiers. We never have any say. Just we volunteer, just like a volunteers, no powers at all. So obviously we are living under the British, so we have to help the British. For that reason, 2,000 Naga labor corps. 2,000 Naga labor corps. Labor. Okay, Naga labor Naga labor corps was elected to go to a country known as the France. That's the reason our Chief Minister, Dr. Sarozale, he was invited as a guest in the 2018 celebration in the city of France. 100 years celebration of the First World War. Our Chief Minister went there. Okay, so the Chief Minister is important, Dr. Sarozale. He was the Chief Minister of Nagaland. He was invited. So yes, we went to France, but as a laborer only, not as an officer, not as a policymaker, just to help, just to contribute. Okay, let me carry your luggage, Okay, rations, the arms and rations, So 2,000 Naga soldiers. This is very important. ABC of the Nagas, we stripes in the highest rate was the Sumis Nagas. Second is the Lotus, third will be the Aus. Please write down. Number 1, 2, 3 is important. Among the 2,000 labor corps, it was the Simas. Number 2 is the Lotus. The third is the Aus. So 1914 is the day where they went back. And right after the end of the First World War, they came back and formed the Naga Club. 1918 is the year when they founded Naga Club. We need something. Naga Club was nothing but a combination of all the Nagas, intellectuals, farmers, engineers, doctors, any persons, educated Kamburas and all, we have to come together. That's all. We have to come together, unite the Nagas. Politically, we have to be united. The 19th century, this is the 19th century. 1914 is the beginning of the 19th century. What was the most important events, the transformation that happens among the Nagas in the 19th century was political consciousness developed among the Nagas. This is too important. 19th century is too important in Naga history because political awakening, political consciousness developed among the Nagas. Among the Nagas. For that reason, now we become politically aware. Yes, something has to be done. So now the Naga Club is founded in the year 1918. The first Pan-Naga organization was the Naga Club, which was formed in the year 1918 after the end of the First World War. The Nagas who went back to France to help the British in the First World War come back and they have formed the Naga Club. So we are staying now. The political conscious system, the foundation is been laid down. Then comes the Second World War. Then comes the Second World War. Second World War happens in Kohima, not in France. Now the Second World War is even going to be fought in Nagaland, in Kohima. So what happened is that, remember, 1939, the war has begun. 1945 is the end of the Second World War. So we all know, obviously, we are under the British now. Even India is not free. Even India is under the British. So for this time also, we have to help the British. Japanese, they have tortured the Nagas very badly. But no, the Nagas helped the British. So that's the reason. By this time, Nagaland is just a district. Okay, Naga Hills district. Naga Hills district. Tomorrow I'm going to discuss all this, but remember, by this time, by till 1945, we are just a district under the Assamese government. Alright, so what happened is that there is a deputy commissioner during this time. Naga Hills is just a district, so there should be a deputy commissioner. And Jules Bauset was the deputy commissioner for Naga Hills when the Second World War happened in Kohima. This is often asked in BSc. Who was the deputy commissioner for Naga Hills when the Second World War happened in Kohima or in Naga Hills? It was Jules Bauset. And remember, he is the last deputy commissioner of the Naga Hills. After this, they went back. And they got independent, they went back. And remember, because of this reason, something is going to happen in Kohima. Something is going to be established in Kohima. surrender. Because of this reason, he volunteered to form the Naga Hills Tribal Council, Naga Hills District Tribal Council in the year 1945. Please write down Naga Hills Tribal District Council. Naga Hills Tribal District Council. 1945. Charles Posey was the person who has founded this. Okay, this is too important. This is often asked in NPC. This is often asked in NPC. Naga Hills Tribal District Council was formed in the year 1945 by Charles Posey, the last Deputy Commissioner of the Naga Hills. So remember, we feel like it was the Naga Club who merged into the NNC. No, this is the name. Naga Hills Tribal District Council is the name which changed into NNC in the year 1946 at Oka. Please do not confuse. It was not a Naga Club. It was the Naga Hills Tribal District Council. Naga Hills District Tribal Council, which was formed in the year 1945, changed its name into NNC at Oka. Naga National Council at Oka. 1946. Now my question here is, even the Indian National Congress, the oldest political party in India. Now we have Indian National Congress. Yes, just like Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi are the president and general secretary. No, so like this, even the Indian National Congress was formed by a British, known as the AO. So like that, even this, and that brought independence to the Indians. It was the Indian National Congress which brought independence to the Nagas under Mahatma Gandhi. So like this, even NNC. Yes, NNC is a creation of the British. Remember, NNC is a creation of the British because only the name was changed. So if we have to get a solution, it would be the British which must pursue it to the Indians. Okay, so the controversy is too much. The controversy is too much. So tomorrow also we're going to discuss the British administration. And remember, lastly, we will end up with discussing the Battle of Kohima. The last battle, this one. Okay, the Second World War in Kohima. Let's discuss the Battle of Kohima. Who participated in this war? Okay, let's see who are the people who participated in this war. Okay, please write down. The topic is Battle of Kohima. The Battle of Kohima was fought between the British and the Japanese forces. The Battle of Kohima was fought between the British and the Japanese forces. Okay, on which day the war started? On 4th April 1944. On 4th April 1944, the first contact between the elite troops. Elite means the British. Okay? Elite means they are in alliance with so many troops. So elite troops means the British troops and the Japanese army took place at Aradura. Aradura means the present day cathedral. Aradura, often asked. Aradura. Aradura is the old name of the cathedral, which is there in the Kohima. Okay, and remember this cathedral, present day cathedral, the famous cathedral is built by the Japanese investor. Please write down. Often asked in BSc, who has built this cathedral, the famous cathedral in Kohima? The Japanese investors. The Japanese investors. It was the Japanese investors. It was the Japanese investors. Aradura. By 5th April, Kohima was surrounded by Japanese forces. By 5th April, Kohima was surrounded by Japanese forces. Okay, two Japanese Imperial Army, 33rd and 31st. 33rd and 33rd Division took part in this one. This is very important. Which divisions? 31st and 33rd Divisions of the Japanese forces took part in this Second World War in Kohima. 33rd, 31st, and 33rd. Okay, please write down. The Japanese army slowly encircled Kohima. The Japanese army slowly encircled Kohima and established posts in the Kohima village. Now the post is important where they're just like impossible. Okay, they're posts. It's like a check post. Okay, now from there they're going to ambush. So this is Kohima village. In the break right now, DC office. Kohima village, now the DC office is there in the town. Next is Jail Hill. Now the DGP office, Jail Hill. It was the Jail Hill. Jail Hill. Now the DGP office. Jail Hill means now the DGP office. And the last is GPT Ridge. GPT Ridge. And GPT Ridge is going to be the present day Jaffa Hotel. GPT Ridge is the present day Jaffa Hotel. So, how many places? 3 places. Kohima village, now it is known as the Deputy Commissioner Office. Jail Hill, which means the DGP office. GPT Ridge, which means the Jaffa Hotel. Okay, the next point. Fierce battle were fought around the DC Bangalore. Fierce battle were fought around the DC Bangalore. Now the Kohima War Cemetery. Now it is known as the Kohima War Cemetery. Fierce battle were fought within the DC of Bangalore. Now the Kohima War Cemetery. In the Tennis Court area. The elite forces, that means the British. The elite forces, that means the British forces were less in number. And were surrounded from all sides on the Garrison Hill. And Garrison Hill is present there, Rajbhavan. Garrison Hill. The elite forces which were around were less in number and were surrounded on all the sides on the Garrison Hill. That is a Rajbhavan. The elite forces were shortage of ammunition and food supply. The elite forces, that is the British, the elite forces were shortage of ammunition and food supplies. As the only road to Kohima from Dimapur was cut off by the Japanese. Just outside Zabza. The elite forces were shortage of ammunition and food supply because the only route to Kohima from Dimapur was cut off by the Japanese outside Zabza. Okay, Field Marshal William Slim. Field Marshal William Slim. Field Marshal William Slim is a British army officer, said that the Battle of Kohima will go down in the history of the World War II as the bloodiest battle. Field Marshal William Slim said that the Battle of Kohima will go down in the history of the Second World War as the bloodiest battle. And this is true. When you have time, you go to war cemetery and see the soldiers who were died out there. Yes, young soldiers. Field Marshal William Slim wrote that the Battle of Kohima will go down in the history of the World War II as the bloodiest battle. Now, one edition will come. Second divisions of the British Army. Now, please write down. The elite commanders ordered. The elite commanders ordered the second divisions of the British Army to advance to Kohima from Dimapur. The elite commanders ordered the second divisions of the British Army to advance to Kohima from Dimapur. They finally reached Kohima on 18 April 1944. The date is important. The elite commanders ordered the second divisions of the British Army to advance to Kohima from Manipur. They finally reached Kohima on 18 April 1944. The second division slowly drove away the Japanese forces and finally had to retreat back. So remember, the second divisions of the elite forces came to Kohima from Dimapur, and finally this has drove away the Japanese. Again, Japanese has to go back, retreat now. Now Japanese went back now. How many graves are there in the war cemetery? Yes? How many graves? 1,400 of the last BC. And among these, 970 are Hindus and Sikh. Please write down. 917 are Hindus and Sikh. And that will be the Christians. Okay. So elite force means what? What comes in? What is this elite force? Yes? Elite force means what? You are in alliance with someone. Yes, elite force means you are in alliance with someone. Just like America, British, yes, Russia, they were on one side. So they will be known as the elite forces. Whereas elites will be the second bloc, the Japanese, Japanese in Germany, they are on the one side. So it was the Japanese, the Germany who lost the Second World War again. It was the elite groups, just like the Russia, just like the America, just like the England who won the Second World War. So this is the end of the Second World War. Okay, so this is how the history is like this. But remember, our history is somehow controversy and critical. It is all because some of the Nagas helped the Japanese. Okay, 90%, 95%. The percentage is not known, but majority, 90% of us, we have officially helped the British, but some have helped the Japanese. So somehow it is controversy. But officially it is the Nagas who have helped the British. So many tortures happened. Yes, the Japanese have tried their best, but no, we said that we will help the British since we are under the British. After this, because of this reason, Naga Hospital Kohima was established by the British. We won the war. Yes, we have the British were very much happy. The second divisions, but this is all the Nagas. The Nagas volunteered. They have helped the British. So what happened is that the British asked the Nagas, what is the gift that you want from us? So we said, hospital has to be established. So Naga Hospital Kohima was established. But the most controversy is that before they leave India, they have given us nothing. They have neither denied independence nor given independence. That is the most controversy here now. Yes, when the British, now by 1947, they are going to leave India. We all know, 1947, India is going to become an independent country. So, unfortunately, they have neither neither given independent nor denied independent. So they were British were very much excited on the Naga independent. Like the Ezekiel was very much silent about the Shillong Accord. Okay, this is going to be repeated once more again. So tomorrow we will see the British administration in the Naga Hills. What are the positive things they have introduced? Okay, what are some of the things they have introduced, and what are some of the negative points of the British role in Naga Hills? So tomorrow topic is going to be the positive features of the British role in Naga Hills, the features they have introduced, and the negative side of the British role in Naga Hills. So tomorrow is again going to be a very conceptual topic. Please do not miss the topic, especially this week. We will go side by side, and so many things I'm going to give you: the festivals, the songs, the wars, and all. Okay, these are the things where you will get more marks than your friends. Art and culture. Art and culture of the Nagas. 17 tribes. Every tribe, I've been telling you, 17 official tribes. Please try to research. Every day, every 2 days, go for one tribe. Okay, today you're from Angami, go for Angami. Festival, origins. Do you have some brothers? The jurisdictions of the Angamis. Do we live in Mokokchung? Do we live in Manipur? Or just we are in Kohima? Let's see it. Okay, 17 tribes. 17 tribes. Apart from that is art and culture, and from 1866 till 1947. You can expect 10 questions from art and culture before 1866, and from the 1866 till 1947, the British administration in the Naga Hills. This is too important. That comes after 1947 till today. Under 10 marks. So 30 questions you can expect in that way. So in Nagaland, you should be able to write something. Because mains is too important. Prelims, okay, you get at least 18, 20. But in the mains, 104 marks. 104 marks. You have to write everything. If you know something, just write it down. Just write it down. Because even one single point is important, and you will see mains. Alright, so that is why I'm focusing more on Nagaland. You also try to compile it. We also going to give you our best. Remember, on this September 23, we are starting with a new batch, in PC batch, along with the crash course. So for you, it is free. Crash course, if you want to attend, it will be free. After that, 5 mock tests. 5 mock tests. After that, crash course for 40 days till October last week. Okay, we will end up the coaching in the month of October last week. This is how the crash course is going to happen from September 23. That will be the next Monday. And anyone outsider, your friends can come and join. The 6,000. 6,000 is the charges for this mock test for this crash course for 40 days. 6,000 with 5 mock tests free. 5 mock tests is going to be free, and we charge just like 6,000. That is around 120 hours. Okay, 120 hours. 60 classes at least. 120 hours. It will be based on, especially on current affairs, CSET, history, some basic Indian polity, Indian geography, basic science, and Indian economy. So we will cover everything, especially focus on Nagaland. So this is the fast track for 40 days. If you want to attend, you can attend, because we will cover all the syllabus now. For you also, you are 30 of you. If you want to attend, it's up to you. Crash course. But we will also continue with the normal classes. And mock test, you have to attend. Mock test, you have to attend. And the last page for MBC is going off. Starting the same day, September 23. And this will be just with 20,000 K. Okay, till next year. September. Till the prelims. One last pages for the MBC will start on September 23. And this September 23, it will go for another 1 year. So just with 20,000, and you can also pay an installment in 5 installments. So your friends circle, if you want to come, please ask them. You just give the information, and all this link and all this you share once. Okay, this link and all you try to share, and you try to correct the exam. See, just to get the cutoff, we just need a cutoff. Prelims is coming within 60 days. Under 60 days now. We don't have just 60 days. We have minimum 55 days. If you are true aspirant this year. Next year, okay? But if you are going for this year, you have 55 days, and it is possible. For some of you, you will clear. I assure you 100%, you're going to clear this. So, with this, we will stop today. Tomorrow, we will start with the British administration in the Naga Hills. Thank you, class.